everyone, welcome to Prophecies podcast. My name is Tiffany. This podcast will be centered around how our physical lives ties into our spiritual lives, as we all know everything happens there first, Ephesians 1-4, and I'll also be shedding light on how evil spiritual beings play a part. But before we get into the episode, let's say the Lord's Prayer. You can find it in Matthew 6:9-13 and Luke 11:2-4. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. So today's episode number 4 is going to be about mirror magic and beauty spells. So what we're going to go over today is what they do behind closed doors and what happens to an individual. So I'm going to read the definition of illusion. An illusion is a misleading image or a false idea that contradicts reality. I'm going to read misleading image. Is an optical illusion that tricks the eye. For an example, a large mirror can make a small room appear larger. They need to create an illusion around you for the delusion to work. If you guys didn't know, a mirror can be used as a portal. When a person is a target, they will start to intensely focus on that person. They've printed out a picture of this person or made a doll of this person. Whatever this person wants, they're projecting it at this image, this doll, this person's name, whatever they've created to represent an individual, they will be projecting this at this person. Whether it's negative words, what they want to steal, what they want to happen, what they want to take place in this person's life, they'll be projecting it at this image. So it'll be a whole bunch of word curses coming at this person. This is the beginning stage of this mirror magic beauty spell here. So if they want to steal your beauty, this is what they're focusing on. With the mirror magic, it's pretty much every attribute of you, everything that represents you. So they need to mirror it back to themselves. The beauty spell is if the focus is your beauty. They want to steal your beauty and make it their own. And this is why they have to use the dark arts to do it. So they have to manipulate the situation in order for this to work here. They also can be speaking to a pot of water, calling you up in this water. Your image will appear in this water. This is when you need to have open doors. So let's not forget, in order for these things to happen, you need to have an open door. And we'll get to that in a second. But this can't happen to a person with no open doors. Whatever they send will bounce right back. So they need you to have an open door, whether they're manipulating you spiritually for it to happen, or they're close to you in proximity physically and giving you something like something tangible, or the communication with you. They have to open you up in some way in order for this to work. So the words that they're speaking over the person, the word curse that they're speaking, the evil that they're projecting, the negative thoughts that they're invoking, they're invoking a negative demonic entity in order to make this happen. This is all trickery here. This is all trickery. The only way they're going to be able to do this is if a demonic entity is helping them. So the demon that they've conjured up is going to make their words that they're projecting at you reality. So when this is happening here, all of a sudden you'll be down on yourself. You'll be looking at yourself in a negative way. The way you used to look at yourself will be no more. But that's when this is all being manipulated spiritually and it's manifesting physically. You'll start to talk down on yourself. So the words they're actually speaking to this doll or picture, you'll be starting to speak out of your mouth. So you'll be bouncing back a word curse on yourself. This is a telltale sign mirror magic is being done on you, because you'll be speaking negatively to yourself in a mirror. You'll start to hate your own reflection as well. So when you start hating something, it now moves away from you. So they know the science of all of this stuff, because it's like they'll be taking from you spiritually. So that's a manifestation of your reflection being tampered with. Okay, so they also use the mirror to scry. They scry into a person's life, right? And it's like anything can be a black mirror. You can turn off the light and it becomes a black mirror. Your phone can be a black mirror. It mirrors back. Remember, all of these things are portals. Your television, all these things, your tablet, your iPad. These are things that people can still speak evil to and use it to, and if they focus hard enough on this thing. So that's the thing that they do here, scrying into a person's life. So what I wrote down here, because what came to me, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? Remember, she was in a mirror, and what appeared in that cartoon? It was a face, right? So that's a demonic force there, speaking to her about who's the fairest, which was Snow White was, right? So they also look into your life. So this is a thing. Even if you aren't telling individuals what's going on with you, they will be using the dark arts to then spy on you, if that makes sense. This is why they want to know certain things about you, how to manipulate, what they need to conjure up in order to destroy you, if that makes sense. Because what's happening is, I'm telling you step by step what happens to a person that is doing mirror magic on an individual. They want to take over your whole situation here. So they're not just doing it for no reason. They want to become you. So they need to know everything about you in order to steal it, to block it, and what to send at you. So then you will self-destruct and self-sabotage what you have going on, because what they'll be doing is taking from you while you're destroying yourself in the meantime. Always remember to anoint your mirror. Always remember to say prayers over your mirror, that the Lord will block any evil that will try to project itself through the mirror, any evil that's being sent, any evil that's being spoken. You just destroy it in that way. So after all of that, they're going to start mimicking you. You might have not noticed it before, but you'll start to notice it when your life is starting to crumble, if that makes sense. So they'll be mimicking you, but they need to get into your energy now. So they need to get into your energy, because without them getting into your energy, they'll still be in their energy. They can't really fool anyone with just mimicking the outward appearance. You need to mirror and mimic everything about you. So spiritually and physically, because what they're trying to do is trick you out of your position and take it over, if that makes sense. But they need everyone else to be on board with it. So this is where the delusion comes in. This is where the illusion comes in. Say you're showing up in the same space, whether physically or in the or online, they'll need to wear the same color as you, the same outfit as you. So they'll always ask you what you're wearing, so they can now mimic that same thing, right? So if you say I'm wearing a blue shirt, they'll wear a blue shirt. Say you're wearing a dress or whatever, they'll need to wear a dress. If you tell them what kind of hairstyle you'll have or whatever, they'll need to do that. So what they need to do is now start mimicking you in that way, and it'll be more blatant. They'll wear the same perfume. They'll mimic down to the lipstick shade. This is a clear sign that you need to get away from whoever this is, whether they're in the dark arts or not. Flattery can only go so far when things like this is happening. After a while, this is what they have to do, so they can't hide it anymore. In the beginning, they're hiding it. After a while, they can't. They need to be you. They need to show up as you for their spell to work now. So now it's going to be more in your face. So then you'll definitely see what's happening here. Whatever you're eating, they need to eat. They need to be you. So they're like your twin. Also, whoever you're dating, they'll want to date. So, yeah, you guys really have to keep your eyes open regarding that, because whoever it is that's in your life, your circle, your best friends, your good friends, your colleagues, they need to get close to these people by any means necessary. And they will, if you have a boyfriend or you have a husband, their goal is to break that up by spreading lies or getting in between you guys. So you'll start to see people gravitate to that other person. You'll start to see it right before your eyes. They'll start to gravitate to that person, because what their spirit is picking up on is that person is the person they're supposed to be connected to, and not you. You'll be in another energy, you can say, because of the demonic forces they've already conjured up and projected at you. You won't be walking in your energy anymore, the same energy that you had originally. No, they've already tainted you and defiled you spiritually. And then now you won't even be walking in that confidence anymore. Your confidence will start going down while their confidence is starting to rise. That's a clear sign as well. When you start to look at this person in like an envy or jealousy kind of look, like you're taking on their energy while they're taking on yours. So that's when they'll come to be false friends, close acquaintances, colleagues, customers. If you sell things, they'll try to be a repeated customer. They'll really try to get close to you in that way, but it'll all be deception here. They need to get close to you in order to get in your energy in that way. They needed both, especially when they really want to ruin you and take over. They need to taint you spiritually and physically. Yeah, they have to monitor you very closely. So there's monitoring spirits also in this situation. Familiar spirits, monitoring spirits, they're conjuring all this up. They need to keep their eye on you 24/7. And this is when the open door, they need you to have an open door as well. So the first thing they're going to send at an individual is monitoring spirit. They need to monitor you 24/7, because what they can't see, the monitoring spirit can see and report back to them. Whether they've given you a cursed item, whether they already planted it in your life because of agreement that you have with them, whatever it is. They come into the spirit, ask you questions in your dreams, erase your dreams, things of that nature. They need to bother you, but then they'll send demonic entities at you. Sometimes demonic entity will show up as them in the dream. They can show up as animals, whatever, or just masquerade as someone else. But you'll see around that time what your dreams are telling you. So definitely pay attention to your dreams. So mirror mimic is able to distort its reflection. So when they send a demonic force at an individual, right, this is also to distort the way you look, how other people perceive you. So your look will start to change to others as well. And they're using a demonic force to do it. People will start asking you questions like, if you're male, if you're female, they'll ask you if you transgender. They'll start to say, what's wrong with your face? People will start to see these things. You'll start to look distorted. So this is another thing. When this starts to happen, when people start saying these things to you, this is a red alert. This is a red alert here that you need to stop, drop, and roll. Like you really need to stop and assess what's going on. You have to pull the plug on whoever is showing these signs, because this person is definitely doing mirror magic and beauty spells. When your looks start to go down, people start gravitating to that person. This person is showing up as you. You need to cut this person off physically and spiritually. So it's not just mirror magic and beauty spells they're doing. They're also doing love spells. They're also sending seducing spirits at your spouse, or trying to seduce you to someone else to get your spouse. Love spells on your spouse to start gravitating to them. Glamour spells to make themselves also look prettier or look better while taking your beauty. So it's a lot of things going on here. So they have to do a lot in order for them to be successful in this. It can be broken at any time, but you have to be aware that this is happening. They'll also cast eating spells on individuals. So eating spells will bring forth other things to happen regarding your weight. You'll start to gain weight. You'll start to break out. Eating spell will make you eat things that you don't normally eat, things of that nature. So it's all manipulation spiritually, and it can manifest physically. So I just had a sister on the live talking about her hair falling out. So I'm going to do a podcast episode about signs, like what you would see, like specifically in the physical, when the Lord is trying to alert you that something took place spiritually. You'll start to see spider webs or spiders around your mirror, around your beauty products, or dead things around there. It'll be an indication that something is taking place regarding your beauty, your looks, or what you're embarking on in the spirit. So you'll always have warning about this. So around this time, they'll be competing with you. So this will be very evident. It'll be visible. It will be no question, no shadow of a doubt. So they'll be competing with you, because now they've been walking in your energy now. They've already been getting the attention of people that once you had their attention. So at that point, they'll be more doing what they're doing. So you'll see it. They'll start competing with you. And say you're not really falling the way they want, or fast enough, it'll really be evident at that point. Yeah, people will start ignoring you as well, because they've already they've put an evil veil over you in the spirit. So once they put this evil veil over you, over your picture, over the doll, it'll speak that other people can't see you. So not only will you not look the same, you won't feel the same. People can't see you either. So it's like people will be ignoring you, but not on purpose, because they've blinded them spiritually. So it's a whole big illusion that's going to be surrounding you. That other person will be highlighted while you're more in the shadows. But that's all due to manipulation spiritually. So this is why you have to pray against evil veils, because they're trying to hide you from people from seeing you, sowing into you, anything that you're doing, prospering, any relationships. The man can't see you, the woman can't see you. You know what I mean? So so they really took time. Well, these people really take time and conjure up these demonic entities in order for this to work. You can't just do it with the mirror magic and beauty spell. They have to do all this other stuff to an individual for this to happen. People will stop gravitating to you that they normally do. Your bubbly self, you'll be really down. Everything about you will change. So they won't gravitate to you anymore. They'll be gravitating to that person, because to them, their spirit is they're being pulled to that person. They feel like that person is you can say. So say you was to get up and walk out or cut these people off, they wouldn't feel two ways about it. They wouldn't even miss you, because you wasn't walking in your energy anyway. So they won't even miss you. They'll feel like they chose right, or they're with the right person, doing business with them, in a relationship with them, friendship with them, because that person, to them, that person is you. it definitely can wear off, especially if you're on top of this stuff. It'll wear off or you can break it. Oh yeah, so let me get to that. So it's 3 days. So the Lord, I thought it was just for me. When this person was doing it on me, they chant and they do these things for 3 days. It has to be intensified, if that makes sense. Like they'll do other things, of course, but 3 days is significant. So once you figure this out, what's going on, you take this and pray and fasting for 3 days straight. Well, you pray because it could be different for everybody, but 3 days is definitely significant. But the things that how they start this off. So yeah, at this point, you've spoken word curses over yourself, casted spells on yourself, came into agreement with these negative thoughts as well about your life, your looks, your relationship, anything that you're working on. You've already come into agreement with the person that wants to take over your life. This is dangerous. So you have to repent. You have to renounce and denounce to break this evil covenant that you forged with this person, this witch, this warlock. So you have to break this thing. And any evil spirit that they've conjured up that you come into agreement with, you need to break it. You need to break the mark of hatred as well. So the evil veil could go along with the mark of hatred. So they'll conjure up the spirit of rejection on a person as well. So you'll start to feel rejected from individuals. So this is like a smorgasbord of demonic forces they've already conjured up for one individual to destroy their life, to take over their life, to mimic their life. So this is well thought out as well. So this is something that you need to be aware of if you feel like this is being done to you. It's not just one demon that they're working with. We're working with multiple demons. You're also self-sabotaging in the process. So because you're in this delusion, then you're looking at it as it's being true when it's not. Everyone is like in a delusion here. So you'll start to lash out on people, cut people off, close yourself off from these people, walk away from things like of that nature. But this is all manipulation. This stage has already been set for you. What everybody needs to know is they time these rituals by the moon. So they wait for the moon cycle for them to do these rituals, chants, and things of that nature. This is what they do. This is what you need to know. So if you want to be effective as well, break any evil that they've connected to the moon regarding your life. So this is something that you need to know and be aware of as well. So if they really have it out for the person, what they'll do is, when they say you make your bed, you lie in it, what they'll do is put you in this mirror bed, would put all kinds of pepper, spices, pins, needles, everything to make a person's life hell, with all these mirrors reflecting it back at you. So if they really want to destroy a person's life, this is what they'll do for you not to be able to break free from the torment and hell that they've put you in. So all this stuff can be broken with prayer and fasting. This is just an outline to let you know the evil that's out here in the world and the things that people do behind closed doors, especially when jealousy and envy get a hold of them, or these are just wicked individuals that, what does the Bible say about that? They can't sleep unless they cause someone to stumble, and they just want to target you just to target you. They can just do this just to do this for fun. So I just wanted to go over this to give you guys an idea what to look out for and what are the signs that you will start to see when it's doing this on you. But remember, the Lord gives us warning. Your discernment, your gut, your intuition, that's all signs regarding a person's agenda towards you. So always pay attention to that. All right, guys, that's the end of the episode. I pray you found something I said today helpful. Don't forget to take a look at the description box. All my links are below. The first link is to the targeted community, which is for targeted individuals, believers, chosen ones, the spiritually gifted, and those that are set apart. I hope to see you guys in there. I love you guys. See you guys every other Friday at 8 p.m. I'll be setting a premiere, so don't forget to click notify me so you won't miss it. Until next time, have a wonderful and blessed day. Bye.